Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on taking on pretty much rematches every day for the rest of this week. I have been getting clapped on defense. I think I'll go over it in the defense replays later on this week. Shouldn't be too long. It's really not that much of a major issue. It's just something that was a flaw in terms of just... I'll show you. I'll talk about it then. But for now, we got our first Goat Girl sighting. What did I say I was going to call her? I don't remember. I'm just going to call her Goat Girl. I can't, it's too much now. Come on. But yeah, the plan here is just to take out the Celica and then slow pace, let them come to us and get the pots and call it a day. I could have went with the hit and run team here, but because Emblem Celica is there, you need to get her off the map first. I would have to open a large portion of the map to be able to get to her and then take her out because of
I will go.
Fallen Maria. Well, I think depending on what I would have done, I could have probably gotten a one-shot there, but I'm going to go with this tanking option here. And let Tune Erica here take care of things. She's actually I've just been going through some of her matchups, and she's so slow without the phantom speed. It's ridiculous. It's so confusing too because she actually really needs the speed in order to do the thing that she does, her playstyle. And I guess that's probably by design because if she was top tier speed, it would be kind of hard to beat her without Hardy Bearing. Or sweep.
Why not?
Forget what I said. Yeah, it would be kind of hard to beat her without Hardy Bearing if she was actually really fast. So I guess that's kind of IS's way of balancing the unit, which I think is probably fair. But you can dump a bunch of stats into her speed if you want to. There's space for that. We're not getting doubled here, which is pretty rare. Erica normally gets doubled by Celica and is only able to beat her because of the phantom speed from the speed preempt or whatever you want to call it from her B skill. So that's really what's going on in that matchup there. It's always really scary to see because I'm thinking pretty close. So depending on how you set this up, you might actually lose that Emblem Celica matchup with Erica. Which is why I have Pern here, who I do want to give lethality to, but I don't think... Well, lies. I do have one copy laying around, but I'm waiting for CYL to see what's going on, and then I'll start foddering some skills. And then, take it from there.
What was that?
I've picked up a copy of... what's that dude's name? Muscle Dude. Yeah, Beef Boy. I've picked up a copy of him, and probably gonna add him to a couple teams, see how he adds to win more, I guess. But I'm not really too high on his performance. It's kind of obvious what he's looking to do. The only thing is, you kind of would wish that you had some way to give him distant counter, but yeah, that's currently not in the game. So I mean, you can switch out his A skill, but I kind of want to keep it because it kind of works with him. So yeah, let's leave it at that. I actually got super lucky. I went back in on the banner and I got after within had 70 orbs, 40, about 10, 15 or so pulls. I was able to pick up 2 copies off colorless. Pick up 2 copies of the unit that I needed. A 1 and 3. I was so surprised. I was like, my god, it's my day. So I just immediately... That's why I went back in for the second one, because I got the first one within 5 pulls, and I was like, whoa. And then I went back in and I got the second one, and I was like, well, alright. But yeah, I stopped there. I didn't want to ruin my streak. I would actually like 1 extra copy just so that I can have 1 to fodder. I kind of wanted to give 1 to Freyr, but he is lacking the ability to pre-charge that special without like, let's say Time's Pulse or some outside support. Not Time's Pulse, what do you call that? Quick Impulse. Or some type of outside support, so I decided to just hold off again until CYL to see what I can do with the skills that I'm going to be foddering. The attack speed, the attack defense XL really would be appreciated by Freyr, so that's really what I want to do. The dragon, the fierce breath or whatever you want to call it, not so much in terms of giving that to Freyr. I mean, it will help him get more kills, but the attack defense XL is really what I want to be providing to him. But I want to have some unit that a fodder factory before I do that, which I don't think I'll be able to get anytime soon. But let's see what they put out. That aside, Vale here doing the work, giving her hardy bearing so she performs a lot better in this Ike matchup here. She is... what I wanted to do was give her Glacies, but it would require for me to give her the Ike ring and, well, the Marth ring, and the Marth ring is currently on Erica, so it didn't work out well. She performs really well with Glacies because, you know, extra damage, but it is what it is. She's doing the job right now, so it's pretty good so far.
I'm with you.
Goat Girl here is actually like, I was doing a bunch of tests on defense with her, not as extensive as I would have liked to have done. I really just was trying to build an entirely new defense, which I have done, but I'm not like, you know, 100% sure on how it's going to work yet, but we'll see how the rest of the week pans out. But yeah, she is pretty cool, pretty neat. She does really well at being a Ike check, kind of like how Duo Leaf was, you know, a couple of years ago. The miracle, the fatal smoke, whatever you want to call it, preventing him from healing is a big deal. Although he will still get healing from Breath of Life 4. Granted, it's not going to be as much as he normally gets, but he typically gets like around 20, depending on his build, which can be enough to help him survive certain combat. So, yeah. It is a big help, I think. But the downside is kind of like the same thing that happened with Brave Ike before. It's like once you counter Brave Ike or Emblem Ike in this situation, you pretty much counter every other Omni tank, and it kind of feels like that because Fatal Smoke kills one of the key components of Omni tanking, which is of course healing. You want to be able to heal to take on multiple opponents. If you can't heal, then you're pretty much dead. I guess that kind of transitions into the water terrain that
no holding back.
Legendary Male Corrin has. Although it's pretty much exclusive to him so far. So I guess that kind of makes him a little bit more valuable in the sense that because of that water terrain, he's limited in terms, or you're going to restrict the amount of... Oh, she's getting that sped here, but she still gets the Phantom. For a unit that's supposed to be fast, or a unit that relies on a speed check, she is not the fastest. Again, Erica here. But luckily she lives.
Speak.
Yeah, so Legendary Male Corrin, Stonks, I think, goes up because of the terrain effect that he can provide. If it was, like, hopefully, I think they will, but hopefully they do it soon. Put that water terrain on a couple more units to make it more accessible. Because, again, with this new Goat Girl, or Goat Mythic, that's going to be available in the pool now. A lot of Omni tanks are going to be hurting in terms of taking on multiple combats, because if you can't heal, you will eventually die. So the only option is to either hit first with Vantage, or only fight one person at a time, which is extremely difficult the way that a lot of maps are laid out these days. I didn't actually check to see if Emblem Celica can actually warp onto the water terrain that Legendary Male Corrin sets up. I don't know if she can or not. I'm assuming that she can, maybe? I don't know. I can double check that. just to be sure. But yeah, I think he does increase a little bit in value just because of that water terrain, and hopefully they provide that to other units now or soon. Or maybe they won't, because I mean that's his only real claim to fame. He's not that great.
Where shall I go?
But yeah, there's that to think about. Aside from that, I have so much planned with that unit, with the Fatal Smoke, the extra action in particular. It was good to start to see just exactly how it works. It's only one time per turn, one unit, one time per turn. I don't want to say one unit. One time per turn is a little bit more accurate in terms of how the effect works. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's implemented on defense. At least that's what I'm trying to do, and it's looking pretty saucy so far. It's looking really nice. So stay tuned for that. Astra Animacies and defenses in the future. Not this one. This one is absolutely dog. But yeah, GG's. Let's play one more and continue talking. Okay, we're taking on Bingo M here in the second rematch of the day. We're going to go with the Ike team here with Buff Boy on it. Buff Bro, Jim Bro. Yeah, that's what I said. I was going to call him Jim Bro.
Am I up?
Not that Ike really benefit. Well, I don't know, bonus doubler, I guess, more stats, but it's not really the biggest deal for Ike. He probably would have soloed this in any case. My only concern is baby male Robin here, and whether or not he will rally or she will rally, which is like, I find it, well, actually, well, this one doesn't have a rally. This one has reposition, so probably gonna attack first, because someone would need to end turn before, yeah, for that to go off. But especially for my defense, Baby Robin was on there, and it was really inconsistent with the rally. Sometimes, like, if you set it up so that Ike can go all the way in and threaten a space that Baby Male Robin can reach, the rally won't go off, which is annoying. Or Baby Male Robin will just choose to attack instead of rallying, which is something that you'll see in this setup here. And the problem is, if Husk Spectrum does not get activated or laid down, whatever you want to call it, Ike will kill Baby Male Robin here, Baby Female Robin here, because he gets the Great Ether off. So it's a bit finicky, I find, these days. It was a little bit more easier for me to work with in the beginning when it was cav lines, but I've been just so bored with cav lines lately that I just want to use a different map layout, and that's what I've been trying to do, which is one of the reasons that contributed to how dumped I got with defense this week. But yeah, just wanted to move away from cav lines a little bit. The map in general, Spring Breeze, just wanted to move away from that. I've been seeing it like literally on every other defense. It's like the only map that's being used because it's meta, and also because you can turn one plays are a big deal, and being able to stop your enemy from attacking you on turn one really helps your defense to survive and basically allows you to get kills. So it's understandable why that's the most used map that I've seen this far this year, compared to last year where it was that one desert map with the one block, unbreakable block in the right corner. Yeah, that map has been like pretty much removed altogether just because of how aggressive defenses have become, because offensive units nowadays, or offensive teams, only need like one turn to clear your entire map, and it doesn't take a lot of skill to clear an opponent's map in one turn. You can really just set it up if you have, like, let's say duo Golvek and duo Shirena, and that's pretty much it. You've already won if you can break through the far save, which isn't the hardest thing to do. But yeah, pretty much almost done here with this one. As you can see, he's just Jim Bro is just sitting in the corner there, not really doing too much. This is just an Ike map. I'm really, like I said, he really doesn't really. He really, I don't know what his role is supposed to be, aside from being a stat ball. Yeah, but I guess we'll use him just to see what he can do. It was either him or Ashera that I was going to put on this team after dropping Elamine, because she really offers nothing to this team, especially when Freyr is bonus. So I figured, let's go for the new unit, see what he can do. Holy, I just healed back 65. Yeah, there's so many things that are triggering before the actual fight nowadays. It's crazy how different this game is to what it was when it first came out. It's like the IS developers just, or the boss of the developers just said, hey, go crazy, do whatever you guys want, make the game fun, but sell the units. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. I feel like they've been taking their time developing the game in terms of trying to figure out what it's supposed to be, and I feel like they've finally found their lane, and it's leaning towards a more complex, what's the word I'm looking for? A more complex gotcha. Well, I hate that word. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling. They figured out what they want to do, and they're just going full force in that direction, and it's just getting more complicated with every version update, every new banner. It's yeah, but I mean, it still sells, and I'm at least entertained. Like on that maintenance was like, when was that? Friday, Thursday, between Thursday and Friday. The amount of times that I clicked the icon try to play the game was clearly indicative of my addiction to it. So they're clearly doing something right. Especially when there are new units being released, the excitement or the itch to go out and use those new units, it really is high, especially if those units are good or unique and do something different. So yeah, the developers, I think they're having fun making the game into, or they have had fun so far making the game into what it is currently. And that's good. I mean, if the people making the game are enjoying it, or enjoying making the game, then it's safe to say that the people who play it will probably have a similar experience. Fair, I guess it's fair. Even though you're always going to have people who are like a little bit, I can't bother with power creep, blah blah blah. What is it in South Park? Rabble 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 rabble. But yeah, you're always going to have those because they just miss how it used to be. We call that phenomenon. Man, things were always better in my days.
I can do this.
That type of thing.
Yes.
You're always going to have people like that who just miss the nostalgia of it. But then you're always going to have the people who enjoy change or it being different. Like for me personally, I feel like I'm stuck on defense because I'm just using the same nukes over and over again, and I really hate that. So I always enjoy whenever they release a new unit for me to play with, and that's what I'm doing with the new Goat Girl on defense. So we're gonna see how she plays out probably after Chaos Season. I'll give her a full run.
I've got this.
But for now, we're gonna take out Sita here with Jim Bro. It's amazing. What is this?
Muscle is power.
God damn. Okay, big money. All right, well, that's it for this match. It's been real. See you in the next one. GG's.